What's up, guys? My name is Wyatt Sackis from the RSTM 224 whitewater rafting course here at the University of Idaho. I just want to take a couple minutes and go through a couple safety concerns for our upcoming raft trip here on this September 6th to the 8th weekend. First up, safety is our #1 priority here. Obviously, rafting is going to be incredibly fun and exciting, but we need to remember that if we do not take the proper precautions, follow simple guidelines, then we end up not being too safe, and we won't be having fun because we might get hurt. First things first, listen to your guide or whoever it is that's in the back of the boat. If you're taking like an educational course like we are, more than likely there's usually going to be someone in the back of the boat that is kind of the guide. They're going to be there steering with their little bit bigger paddle than you got. But if there is no guide, listen to the one who's directing in the back. It usually helps if someone's directing a large group of individuals. Say there's 10 of us on the raft. If we're all doing our own thing, it kind of doesn't really work out too well. So when they give us directions, we need to be sure we're following them. Probably be mostly just paddle strokes, like forwards and backwards, but you know, it could be anything from, hey, grab that guy over there. That being said, it's not uncommon for a paddler to fall overboard in these types of rapids, but that's really okay. It's honestly part of the fun. And really refreshing if it's a pretty hot day outside. In the event that someone does end up spilling out, don't worry. Make sure you yourself are securely in the boat and help them back up. All right, they're probably not that far away from the road. They probably just tipped over, and you can just grab your life jacket as soon as you're not pulling yourself over, and just pull them right back on up. So, wearing a life jacket. You want to make sure you have a snugly fit kind of vest style life jacket, not one of those type 1 PFDs that just kind of goes around your neck there. I don't have a life jacket on, but it looks like a vest that you zip up or you buckle in there. You want to make sure that you have straps on both sides and on the top that'll all fill in so that you can make it nice and tied up to your chest there. I don't have a life jacket like I said, but that's what you would want to do. It's probably one of the simplest and easiest things you could do, and like I said, it makes pulling you into the raft way easier because you can just grab somebody right by the life jacket, and if it's nice and snug there, it should not move on their body at all. Also, as a couple things, you might want to carry a survival knife. It's going to help speed up the inflation process at the end of the trip. Maybe a compass, in case you want to know which way the river's flowing while you're flowing down it. Maybe some waterproof matches in case you get too cold in the boat and you gotta warm yourself up maybe, or even a whistle to let the boats know your train's coming on through. Obviously we shouldn't be doing any of these things in the water, but these are all wonderful things in case you may get lost in the woods if we're taking an overnight camping trip. Next up, being a competent swimmer. You don't have to be an Olympic swimmer, but you need to be comfortable in the water. Obviously, whitewater rafting is, like I mentioned earlier, very possible for you to slip out. So you need to be able to steady yourself in the water, and if you go underwater for a couple seconds, you need to be okay with that. Whether you're in the water, if you've just fallen out or decided to take a dip in the river because it's hot out, be sure to stay floating on your back. All right, you want to be on your back in the water with your feet facing downriver. That way, you can make sure that you're seeing all the rocks or any trees that's in there. You can kind of guide yourself, and it ends up kind of being like a little lazy river experience, which is nice. Most accidents happen in the least suspected places. Making simple mistakes is pretty easy if you're too overconfident and you've done whitewater rafting so much before. So you need to be wary on the shoreline, especially because that's where most accidents happen. Rocks can get slippery, and there can always be something you weren't prepared for underneath that river water. It's dark, like the river water, and also there is a current there. So we want to make sure that we're not just kind of running in and just hopping in the boat. We want to make sure we're taking our time, really being safe the entire time. You can never be too safe. Bottom line, play it smart. Don't do anything you wouldn't let a younger human being do, and you'll have a blast. Thank you guys. Have a good rest of your day.